Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
To go! 8 read.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Come on, set.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
One time. Tie it right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Let's go.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and 2, Hill. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block if you're an offensive lineman. Nice early burst. Nice gain, too.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And some room to work. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams that often wins games.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Set the toes, defense. Defense, let's go. Check.
Goff on 3rd down. They got a man. It's Woods. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Focus, defense, focus.
From the red zone now, Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hill flushed out right. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. After the interception, here's Goff. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Here's Hill. Going with a screen for Murray. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And the Saints first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign at 560. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Throwing on second down. Hill. Complete to Hilton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Goff on first down. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Goff nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, let's go. Come across. I got you, punk.
Hey, kill.
Mike 51.
And the blitz does come. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there. Goff to Cup. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Oh, look at the juke. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 12, Goff. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them. Done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ready.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They run from the shotgun with Murray. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Again, it's Murray. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end, and he's got this down to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. We're good. Ready.
To throw is Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Ready. You ready?
58, come on. Cut.
Kill.
They'll run on first down. Mack. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
I'm here all day. Slam.
Check. Let him. Hey, easy.
On second and 9, Breeze. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Ready? Yellow lady. Whoa. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Ready.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
Let's go.
Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for first and goal. Breeze going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So again, they'll throw with Breeze. Touchdown, and the New Orleans Saints put 6 up on the board.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Goff now looks to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now it's Ginn. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Here's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, it's Mack down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Thomas, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in. Complete. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. 89 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Finds his tight end, Ingram.
Ready? 95, 56. Whoa.
To throw is Breeze. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
What? 180.
Check 56. I'm on.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
What? 120.
56. I don't even know why his team showed up.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 50. Check 50.
Protein spill. Go.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing.
He's back to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So the LA Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Los Angeles, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't